Everyone, here is Jeghetto.
Caw. Peace, everybody. What's up, Film Festival? I am Jim Crow the Puppet. Yes, Jim Crow the Puppet. I'm starting off Jeghetto's workshop. I'm kind of new in town, so holla at me on IG. But hit it. The loud silence. The loud silence, the peaceful violence, the beautiful ugliness, the sweet stench of my habitat, infested with clumsy cats who lack agility, staggering through the inner city intoxicated, drunk off negative energy that saturates lost souls, leaving them soaked, reeking of that sweet stench. Irritated by the silent screams, I cover my ears or try to muffle the loud silence, but the silent screams come from within. The beautiful ugliness of my environment, my habitat, with bright colors and tinted with shades of gray, smothering the radiance of color. Darkness commits acts of peaceful violence on light. Constant rattles of shackles and chains, jingling and jangling in my brain. The loud silence, the peaceful violence, the beautiful ugliness, the sweet stench of sidewalks stained with innocent plasma, victims of peaceful violence. As I stand on concrete, scattered with cigars and broken glass, scattered on creating ghetto masterpiece, I look at the top of the sky and scream with their lungs. The loud silence. Yeah. Give it up. Give it up. Give it up.
Welcome back, hero.
Art is science, is art, is science, is art, is science, is art, is science, is art, is expression, a blessing, a physical manifestation of thought. An artist creates something from nothing. The creator, architects, writers, sculptors, painters, creating artifacts for the future. Now art is being reproduced by computers. Art is hip-hop from graffiti to the breakdance. Art is fashion when you make the people glance. Colors and shapes strategically placed. Art is the paint on the warrior's face. The art of war taken to the streets. The articulation of speech over beats. Cause art is science, is art, is science, is art, is science, is art, is science, is the study of any grade of a given knowledge. The ghetto scientist didn't do college. The average proletarian run around shook while I keep my face in the book. Science is close observation, experimentation, classification of the notes that are made. Science was brought forth in the Nile Valley, now the father of civilization, selling crack out of alleys, living a life of science fiction in a world full of theories and contradictions. Science is actual and factual, no hocus pocus. Keep the mind focused, cause art is science, is art, is science, is science, black. Science, to take an image from the mind, manipulate lines to make a blueprint for a structure. Science is crunching numbers, using mathematics to get precise measurements and calculations. Now let's build a monument to honor the mind, celebrate mankind and stand the test of time, cause art is science, is art, is science, is art, is science. Come on, art is science. Come on. Yeah, I am Jim Crow the Puppet. Holler at me on Instagram. Thank you, Carrboro Film Festival. Enjoy the rest of the show.
From the abyss of the ocean to the jungle floor, web spinner, explore more.
Mega Man 2.
This is dedicated to my cousin Tom Mee. I lost him in 2020. He's like a brother to me. Rest in peace, cousin. Thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you, Film Festival. I'm Jeghetto. Peace.
I'm here with Jeghetto, Puppeteer extraordinaire. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here.
I love that T-shirt, bro.
Yeah.
Love the T-shirt.
Told you I love T-shirts. I love T-shirts. So I have seen you now. It's been over 10 years.
Definitely.
I even owe you, I can say in front of everyone, I owe you an apology because when I first saw you, you were just hanging out, out here in, sidewalks of Carrboro, and I saw you and you had the thing. I was like, that's cool. Like, I'm going to have to give him, a couple of dollars or something like that because he's doing his thing, not realizing that you were basically a virtuoso,
Mm-hmm.
like, and of course, over the years, I was like, oh, this is an artist.
But it's funny you brought that up because, I was busking. I was actually rehearsing and practicing out in public and getting paid tips for it.
Yep, that's fantastic.
Yeah, I still like street perform every chance I get because I like interacting with people.
Good, because there'll be some other schmuck like me who are like, oh, that's nice, da, 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 and then they'll go online like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. So I got to ask, how long have you been doing this?
About 20 years now.
20
about
years.
18, 19 years.
Now,
I lose track.
you make these puppets as well, correct?
Yes, all out of recycled and found materials. Well, mostly.
Okay, so when you started puppetry, did you just immediately start making them, or did that take a little more time?
I just jumped right in, man, just like everything else.
Yeah?
I just used what I had around me that was around the house because I'm a visual artist anyway, so I had a lot of art supplies.
Okay,
So I just turned my art into a three-dimensional movement.
okay, right on. Well, I gotta ask, Edith wanted to ask this. She wanted to know specifically, when you move puppets, is there a term for that? Is it moving puppets?
Steering, driving,
Steering.
guiding.
Most people say manipulation, but I say I like to, what's the word I was looking for? Suggest a movement.
Okay.
Like if I wanted to move to the left, there are some puppeteers who are really precise about their choreography of the puppet. I just say I just want to move a certain way, and I let the gravity and the puppet do the rest of it. So I'm like doing like 50%,
Yeah.
and I just let the build of the puppet do the rest.
See, and obviously, like I said, I've been knowing you now for a while now. We've talked before,
Mhm.
and I always wondered when you're performing, what sort of mental space are you in when you bring a puppet out and you're moving or suggesting? Like what's going on mentally?
I'm time traveling, jumping dimensions.
Yeah.
I'm doing all type of things. But there's been performances where I actually closed my eyes and did a whole set with my eyes closed
Yeah.
because I've that in tune with the puppet.
Now,
Wow.
are you? Is it the same for every puppet, or is it sort of a different dimension for each puppet? Like
Each
personality?
puppet has its own separate energy.
Okay.
Yeah, the cellist puppet, I have like spiritual, crazy things that happen while I was performing with that puppet.
Right. Wow.
And then there are other ones that are more kid-friendly, where I'm interacting with children. I have a puppy marionette that I built that I actually interact with dogs with. It fools dogs.
Yeah.
To the point that dogs are coming up and sniffing and
Yep.
sniffing the butt.
I've seen you bring people in with the puppy and quickly drive them away with the spider.
Yeah.
Like
exactly.
they're like, oh, whoa, and I've seen people jump and just like, and you're just standing there like, it's just a spider, and they're like, nope, and just
Yeah.
out of the way. I've got to ask you, in this day and age,
Mhm.
this digital age that we are in, of VR headsets and Xboxes and PlayStations and the internet, you're doing puppets.
Yes.
Like why?
I mean, it's an ancient art form and it's timeless. Like even if there is a solar flare and all the lights go out, I can still perform.
Yeah.
Because I don't need energy to move my craft.
Mm-hmm.
And even I'm an educator as well, so I go into schools and teachers and staff are blown away that I can keep the students' attention for a half hour, 45 minutes, because people miss the tangible texture, texture things. They need to see and feel something.
Yeah.
And the virtual thing, it's cool, but you always want to come back. Plus, it's a throwback where I think puppetry is making a comeback as well.
Yeah.
I think people, crave that.
Yeah.
That realness in this digital world.
I've seen you do the range, the spectrum of, like, this is cute, puppies are cool, T-Rex. And then, of course, I've been in some of your performances when you're talking about Nat Turner. And there was a very powerful performance you did about lynchings.
Yes.
Explain why such a diverse, why are you expanding, especially into the serious stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I always wanted to do adult theater with puppets. That's my passion, but of course, you say puppeteer, and then the child thing comes in. I mean, I was a special ed teacher, so children are my passion as well, so it was a natural thing to have such diversity, because I even built a puppet where I was teaching children with special needs social skills with a puppet. So I'm that interdimensional where, like you said, it's, hey, happy puppet, or damn, a lynching. I'm at both ends of the spectrum.
That performance, at least as far as the one I was attending, we were applauded, and then you started doing it, and it was just silence, and not because of boredom. And there were I could see some people in front of me. They were kind of like, almost like they were watching it happen, right then and there. Awesome. It was that powerful a piece.
Oh, thank you.
If you go to your website, you can see how much involvement you have locally. We showed a video with you working big time, Missy Elliott, Pharrell. I've seen you in the video with Steve Harvey, like big names. But a lot of your stuff, you do a lot with the community.
Yes.
Like, do you feel that's key? That's important to do?
I mean, that's who I am. When I got the call to do the Missy Elliott video, I was working at a private school with children with special needs. And I flew out there for 10 days. I'm hanging out with producers and all this money and fame and fortune. And I got back 10 days later. It took me a minute to readjust. And I was like, and my students ran up to me like, Mr. P. I'm like, see, this is where my fan base is.
Yep.
The people see me online or whatever, and they meet me in person. Oh, that's cool. It's kind of embarrassing. Like, fame embarrasses me. Yeah. When I walk into a room and people I don't know my face and, like, say, oh man, you're Jeghetto, I kind of pull back. So I like hiding behind puppets. So the whole fame thing, and I don't know if I want that, what I'm saying? But I guess I don't have a choice now.
Well, it happens either way.
Yeah, exactly.
Someone of your capabilities.
Actually, I have a question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know if my mic is on. The red light is on.
It is.
You're talking about having hiding behind the puppets. But I'm curious, because when I watch your face when you're moving with the puppet, you're in the puppet.
I am the puppet.
You are the puppet.
Yeah.
Okay, can you talk a little bit about that?
I mean, one of my first mission statements was becoming one through the art of puppetry, promoting oneness. So even I tell people, even if you, like martial arts, you practice your technique, and then you put a sword in your hand or a weapon, and the weapon is an extension of you. So the puppet is the extension of me. And the whole phrase, breathing life into a puppet, I do that literally. When I'm holding the puppet takes on the same exact breathing pattern as I do. And if you notice, even I don't use my arms, I move my whole body to move the puppet. So I'm one with the puppet, and thank you for noticing.
Obviously, this is the Carrboro Film Festival.
Yes, it is.
And there was a talk before the show, and it sounded like you were actually working on a film?
Yes, the pandemic turned me into like a lightweight film guy now.
Okay.
So even the show Just Another Lynching that you spoke of, that's a short film now.
Okay.
So I'm looking for venues to show it, maybe like small crowds, or even I'll set a date where I'm showing it, on my website or whatnot.
Okay.
And I just got a grant from Heather Henson's Handmade Puppet Dreams company to do a short film of my stage show Spinocchio. Yeah. So when I'm done with that, they'll put it. They have a platform, Amazon Prime.
Okay.
So you'll get to see it streamed on there.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a big deal. I'm proud of that.
Well, we're about to wrap up this conversation, but before we do, you have some puppets that are available on your website. Is that right?
Yes, I have merchandise. I have T-shirts, different. I make homemade, handmade toys, and I commission puppets, and performances, workshops. It's all on my website.
Yeah, if you're looking for a holiday gift or a
It'd be
birthday
perfect.
present.
Yes. And I have a special order of $50 or over is free shipping.
There you go.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank y'all for
Such
having
a
me.
highlight.
Thank you.
Yes,
thank you for coming, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.